What's up, everybody? Amazon Agent here, and I am here with a special little unboxing. I have an appropriate shirt on for this unboxing, so I am unboxing something I just got today in a reaction to something that happened a few days ago. I got the complete X-Files box set on Blu-ray. Now, there's a story behind this purchase. So this box set came out sometime last year, and I thought about getting it, but I did not get it because, one, I own the entire original release of the DVD sets that came out years ago as the show was coming out and DVD started taking off. I purchased every set that came out on its release. At the time of those DVDs, those box sets, which pretty much set the standard for how DVD box sets should be released ever since then. Each of those box sets were about $100, $120 each season. And there are 9 seasons of the X-Files. So you do the math. So I have spent a pretty penny on that box set, and I love those box sets. Those are my prized possessions. Each season, okay, $100+ every time one of these came out when they originally came out, and they're fantastic box sets. I absolutely love them. So when this was announced, it was, I believe, $250, something like that for the price, which, considering, is not bad. I mean, on its own, that wasn't a bad price. You're getting 9 seasons, but I was hesitant to drop money again into X-Files box sets right away. Not that I haven't dropped a lot of money on the X-Files already, but I have. But I hesitated. So I was like, all right, I'm going to wait. Also, another reason why I didn't buy this box set right away was because at the time, Netflix had the entire series available to watch live streaming. And they had the HD versions of the seasons. So when it originally went onto Netflix, it was the original 4:3 ratio aspect format. But as Fox started updating the episodes, they started releasing them in HD. So I ended up rewatching before the 9th season came, the 10th season, the mini season came out. I did a rewatch, and that's when they released all the old episodes again, but in HD. So I was like thrilled. I was like, I don't need to drop any money on this box set. I could just watch them in HD on Netflix, no problem. So a few days ago, I was notified by a great podcaster who I've worked with in the past, Tony Black, and he asked me to guest appear on another episode of his X-Cast podcast. I'll put a link in the description. It's a great podcast, great X-Files podcast. I've done a couple of episodes on there. So he asked me if I would be interested in doing another episode, and the episode was to be the 2nd season episode, Humbug. So I said, absolutely. It's one of my favorite episodes. Any X-Filer knows how great that episode is. So, in preparation for recording that, I jumped on Netflix and said, let me rewatch Humbug. And lo and behold, to my horror, Netflix removed X-Files from their catalog. So I was a little triggered, and I started scrambling to see where else can I watch it online. I know Hulu has all the Fox shows. At least I know it has X-Files, but I don't have a Hulu account. And back when Hulu used to start, back when Hulu first started, I remember you didn't have to pay for a subscription, you used to have to watch commercials, but you could just watch it. But now you have to pay for a subscription, and I don't want to pay for a subscription because I already have Netflix. And then I was like, what the hell? I guess I'm going to have to break out my DVD set and watch it. And at this point, when it comes to my DVD sets, I don't like taking them out and taking them out of the sleeves. You have to slide them out of the sleeves, and you gotta unfold them and stuff. And you know, I don't want to, as it is, there's some like little edging here that's a little damaged over the years. I mean, you know, so I don't like taking these out anymore. I like displaying them and taking them out once in a while, but I try to avoid having to take these out. But I said, all right, I'll take it out just so I can watch the episode. And I popped it into my PlayStation and watched it in 4:3 aspect ratio, and I was like, oh no, this can't happen anymore. It was a very nostalgic feel watching it again in the old way that we used to watch television, but I am spoiled now, and I want my widescreen high definition visuals now. So after I watched Humbug again in 4:3, I promptly went on to Amazon and decided I'm gonna buy this goddamn box set if it's the last thing I do. That was Monday night, and it is now Wednesday, and I have my box set. So I'm gonna unbox this. From the appearance of this box set, it looks like this is a Canadian release of the box set because the packaging is in English and French. And there's like a little fleur de lis on this sticker here, and this is not like a normal American ratings guide, but everything else from what I read online, everything else is the same. The menus and everything's the same on the inside. So let's open this bad boy up. So there are two versions of this box set available. One version is the original version that came out that has all 9 seasons on Blu-ray in HD, and in the box there is a space holder. I just noticed this has some damage on the top. What the fuck? Alright, we're okay. We're gonna live through this. So people hazard that it was probably so you could put your movie set. So I do have the Blu-ray box set of the two movies that came out, the Fight the Future and I Want to Believe. So I have those. So it was assumed that, okay, so there's space for two, so you can put those two in there. But then, of course, Fox announced that they were going to do a 10th season. So this is that set. So this box set that I have just has the space holder. Eventually, after they announced the 10th season was coming out, they modified this box set to include the 10th season discs in here. So that's one difference, and the other difference is that it's a different price. So not having the space holders is cheaper than having the set with the 10th season included in it. So just be aware of that. Other than that, everything else is completely the same on the inside. All the featurettes, anything with the videos, all of that is the same. So this is the box. This backing here is like a paper backing. So it's got that like gummy glue on there. Yeah, it's got that like gummy glue. So I don't know if I'm gonna take this off or not. Is the picture the same? Oh, it's a different image. It's a different image. I'm gonna take the paper off. Okay. It's just information anyway about the fucking box. Just throw that over there. Okay, so it's the image from when he's on the airfield. Okay. Oh. Reverse. So that is the back. That is the front. That is one side. That is another side. So similar to the box sets, the original box sets, it is in a slipcover case. So let's whoop. Oh, okay. It's nice and thick too. Like, that's a pretty thick cover. So I'm glad it's not a thin paper cover. Put that over there. Alright, so this is the box on the inside. The truth is out there. Catchphrase, I want to believe. Right there. And again, it just says X-Files. And then the discs are here on the top. Okay. Okay, so apparently the box set that was sent to me has the event series in it right there. So Tanya now has 2 copies of the event series. 10th season event series. Okay, well, I didn't pay extra for it, so thanks. I mean, I'll take it. It's hilarious. I guess I will maybe gift that to somebody, or just keep this one separate. I don't know. The other thing is each disc is the one that's, so these are available separate for purchase, each of these. So this is just that version that is usually on sale by itself. That's what each of these sets are. So essentially this event series, yeah, it's the same exact one that I have. This is the one I purchased when it came out, and this is the new one. So it's the same exact box set, except this one is Canadian. It has Canadian age rating on it, and it has French on it on the cover. See, no French. Interesting. Well, I didn't pay extra for it, so I don't care. So let's go through this. Alright, so this is the season 1 set. Oh, these are like all taped on the top. So we'll open this. Hopefully nothing falls out. Okay. Alright, so there's multiple discs in here. So disc 1, 2. Oh, I like that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Nice thing to hold them in. The slipcover has the episodes titles in them, and information about what's on each disc. Some of them have special features, and then, you know, anything, television spots, international clips, audio commentary on certain episodes, documentary, The Truth About Season 1, FX Behind the Truth, television spots. I always like watching the television spots. They included those on the original disc as well. And those were a lot of fun. I mean, I remember watching the first, you know, when they first announced the X-Files and the commercial for it, and I was like, I need to watch that show. Like, I need to watch that show immediately. And I remember watching it that Friday night when it came out, when it premiered, and just freaking blown away by how awesome the show was, and I was hooked ever since. So this is season 2. Now this season is, I believe, one of the longer seasons because there's more discs. I believe this season had 24 episodes. 25, yes. Season 2 had 25 episodes. Why is this shit warped? Like, my plastic on there is like kind of warped a little. And this, of course, was the season that had Humbug in it. So, yay for me. Season 3. So this is the artwork on season 3. So, a lot of Photoshop done on this, taking some of the original promotional photos of David and Gillian as Mulder and Scully and putting them and dropping them into some photographic backgrounds, not necessarily from the show. Throwing some lens flare on that shit. This is season 4. And I'm a little triggered by the placement of the flashlights, because this image, they didn't have flashlights, obviously. In this image, if you could tell right there, they placed some flashlights in their hands in a very awkward spot. And, you know, did it so that it could make that dramatic X on there. But that was pretty shitty photoshopping right there, guys. Come on. We could do better than that. And then season 5 artwork. Alright. I wish, part of me wishes they would have just used the artwork off of the box sets. Like, look at this box set. Look at this box set. Look at that shit. But look at it. Like, see their pictures, X-Files, season 4, like, and each box set matched the style. There was different artwork on each one. You know, this was season 4. You know, look at season 3. Alright, but, you know, it had images from the episodes. There's, like, all this, like, cool, you know, it's a shimmery effect. Each one had a different color. Even the spines. And then each spine had one, or, like, Scully on one side, Mulder on the other side. And then when you put them together in consecutive order, it would be Scully, Mulder, Scully, Mulder, Scully, Mulder. So if you had them all in a row, it's like their images. And then on the opposite side, like, you know, they would offset each other. Oh, God, these box sets were amazing, I have to say. And way better photoshopping. You know, using actual imagery from the show. Like, see, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Okay. Like, these are okay, but that artwork is way better than this artwork. Like, look at this artwork. At first glance, it looks good, but then when you look at it, her head is pasted onto that body. That is not an image from the show. That is not captured from the show. His head is pasted on that body. Look at that. Look at that. That is not, that you can just tell that this was put together. And it looks fake. Like, look at her head. It doesn't even match. This is triggering me a little bit. I've messed with Photoshop, so it's triggering me just a little bit. I'm getting a little triggered right now. Season 7. So basically what they try to do is composite an image with them on it and create some kind of X in each cover. I'm a little triggered. Just a bit triggered. Just a bit triggered. Season 8. See? There is figures and an X. They were like, let's make this basic. Let's put it figures and an X. Just build that shit. Don't use any fucking actual imagery from the show. And season 9. This one's not so bad, but I have done better Photoshop compositions, X-Files art than that. So a little triggered. So there's that. But in terms of the image quality, if it's the same transfers that were done for Netflix, you can't beat the image quality. I was so amazed at the HD transfer. It is amazing, like how much more you got to see in these episodes. Okay, that's one. Like, it's just great to see it in such a wide scope, especially some of the really nice shots. Two, like the HD transfers, the quality was so freaking good that it looked like it was shot today as a period piece. Like, if it was shot in the present and it's a show that the story takes place in the 90s, like, it looks so good, I have to say, to the point where you can see the cover up on Jillian's mole. That's how good the HD transfers are. Okay, you can see everything. So that alone, I am happy I purchased this box set just for the HD transfers alone. I am a little disappointed, as we just went through, with some of the artwork on these covers, in comparison to how the original box set covers were created and put together. Like, there was a lot of love put in those, a lot of great artwork put into it, a lot of thought into creating each set to match each other, so that when you display it together, it's like an artwork. It looks like a triptych in 9. You know what I mean? I don't know what you would call that, but think of it that way. So that, in comparison to this, this is not bad, but it's not as well thought out and cared for as the original box sets were, which is why I will always love those things. And part of the reason why I don't like taking them out and taking them out of the slipcovers all the time. So that's another reason why I purchased this. I don't mind so much, you know, taking this out and popping this open and throwing the discs in, because, you know, it's in a better protection, obviously, but the artwork is, it's not that big of a deal. I'd rather, like, preserve that. The other thing, I don't know now. I have this extra bonus disc, and I have a placeholder in here. So now this placeholder is, from what I've read, is glued into the box. So yeah, so this placeholder is glued into this box. So, and from what I read, people trying to take it out have ripped the inside of the box. I will have to see if there's a way for me to manipulate this so that I can cause the least amount of damage to this box set. Because eventually this, if they do an 11th season event, obviously that's going to go here. I'm definitely going to put that in there. So that is my X-Files box set. I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm just triggered about the art because I'm an artist, so things like that tend to trigger me. But the set is really solid. I mean, this is, if you're like me and you don't want to keep taking out your original DVD sets, you know, and you want to see it in HD, and now that you can't stream it in HD without having a subscription to something not Netflix, this is a worthwhile purchase, and it looks good. I mean, this artwork itself, this artwork looks nice, so it definitely looks nice on your shelf, next to all your other stuff. I mean, you know, look next to my poster. Look next to my poster. Looks good. So yeah, you know, I'm just a little triggered about the artwork and about some of these packaging issues and shipping, because the shit came bent. That's okay. I can live with it. Oh, I didn't even see this down here. What the fuck? People, come on. Don't be shipping things damaged like and causing damages. UPS, United Postal Service, FedEx, stop throwing the packages around, man. Just be gentle. God. Fuck. Well, that's the end of that unboxing. I hope you liked it. I hope any fan out there can understand my triggering today. But I love the X-Files, and I was waiting to buy this, and I did want to buy it, and I'm happy I bought it. And now I have to find space for it. But if you like what you saw, like it, hit the like button, subscribe, put some comments down there for me. Let me know what you think. If you like the X-Files, if you like this box set, let me know about what you thought of the artwork on the boxes, on the box sets. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you have the original box sets, if you don't, just let me know. Talk to me. And please also check out the Xcast podcasts. Again, I'll be putting a link below. Please check them out. Like them on iTunes. It's a great podcast, and listen out for my episode that I do covering Humbug. All right? Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day, and trust me.